Good morning everyone. In today's video I will continue the roofing lecture that we started yesterday, and in the previous video I show you how to make from 1 to 9 and all of them based on a single room and different possibilities of an inclined roof. In this video I will show you the case where you have two rooms and how the roof will act, and I will also go ahead and explain the different type of roof. This is the roof by footprint, and I will explain this roof by elevation. I know there is other cases like those, but I will keep them if I will do them if the videos have enough time to explain, and if not I will just keep them in a separated video. So I'll go here, and for number 10 I just prepare this, which is almost the same geometry, and I'll go back to level 1 and again roof by footprint and placed on level 2, and then just pick up the wall, or just hover about the wall and hit tab and click, and then probably we need to add those. And now I will just split SL, getting rid of that, and trim the whole thing together to get this every single perimeter of or outline of the walls has actually been having a slope with a 30-degree, as you can see the default value, and you hit finish, you're gonna get the result as shown here. And it would be really recommended to select all the wall later on, as we explained that before, and have it attached to the top roof. Now this is exactly as case number 10 here. The other one is just the entry part. It's just gabled, and I think it's fairly easy. Just select this and remove the incline or the slope out of the segment above the entry to get that gabled. As you can see, it's really easy. It's case 11, case 12, and case 13. You will notice that the inclination or the slope has been cancelled at this area exactly, and in this one it have also this as an incline and this as an incline has been cancelled. So let's do this, and let's go to the other case. I'm just gonna change that or amend that by edit footprint, and let me just check again. We're doing this one, so there is no incline on the side of the entry, so this guy and then this guy has no slope, and that's what we've got. And why I feel that I did something wrong, I have no idea what absolutely I did, and I get the same, I get a different result from what I get in here, and probably because that depth is bigger from the one that I have. Let me double check again. That's inclined, okay, and it goes on both sides, so no, it's not the same. Wait, so let me open that. It is actually the same. I just need to add it, so it's different, and it's different actually in the depth. That's what it calls it. But otherwise it's just this one, and this one doesn't have an inclination or slope. I'll just compare that to what I have in here. So just this one and this one. Oh, this one, I think, yep, this one I forgot. We need to turn it on, and that's to get ourselves the same geometry as this one. So we have to return this edge or segment to have a slope. And now you can see that I left this as a gap in the original file, and it's completely wrong. So you have two options. If this actually in the plan is extended inside somehow like this, the problem will be fixed itself, as you can see in here, if that is actually what happened. If it's not, and it's not, there's no walls here to be seen in the ground floor, that might sound a little bit annoying. So you have to go level 2 and pick up the line, sorry, pick up the wall here and create similar, and create a wall only only in the second floor, and you're gonna get this ugly results. I know. Just make that a little bit longer. 2.3 meter, maybe, I don't know. And then now you get attach this, and same thing to this one to get that created like this. And when you go to the ground floor, or the lower level, you will not see that, and it's just a little bit of piece of wall that runs in the ceiling, or in the level to under the roof itself, and probably it's just a partition, and you can cover that with a ceiling, or false ceiling that cover that, and so it won't be shown if you stand up here in the room and look up. Anyhow, so we get this solved and done. This guy in here have, I think, yeah, no slope on the sides like this and that. It's gabled on the side. So you can select this, open that, and remove the slope from both edges to get yourself this shape. Okay, fair and easy. And the last one in this family is this, and technically there is one slope here and one slope there, exactly, and that's the easiest. So you gotta open that, and you remove this from the defining slope option, and you get yourself only one here and one here. Let's see how it goes exactly like that. That's how it's look like, and because the slope or the incline here is the same, and also based on a startup segment out of here. Now, if I go back to this method, this is a different. I know I'm jumping all over the place. That's because that's all roof by footprint, and I should have continued actually in this, but I didn't, because most of them except this one is actually, even this one, it has, you know, double roof. So that's why I just separate them into a separate lecture, and I'd rather just go ahead and explain the roof by elevation, as it's also more important to get a different shape like this one. It's like a barn here. How it's been done, it's very easy. It's depend on the idea that you really need to have an elevation. Let's go here, south elevation like that, and instead of roof by footprint, you pick up the second option here, roof by elevation, and just pick a plane. So I'm gonna start up from this face, of course level 2, and in it just draw anything you want. Let's say that you're gonna draw based on the midpoint, let's say 3 meter, and the edges, let's say 1000, and let's say here, I don't know, somewhere in the middle or 1 meter away, let's go like 2.2, and then draw a line, and any crazy line you want. Probably it's a little bit low, so I'm gonna increase that. Okay, and I don't know, you maybe do something like that, removing those and then mirroring this one, and then finally remove that guy in the middle. So that is the outline, or the top outline of the roof. When you finish it based on the loaded generic roof type, now you get this this shape of the roof based on the elevation section. It's extruded that way, and again, hover above the wall, tab, and then just attach it, and you get yourself a nice roof, as you can see in here. You can just amend this. The rest is just an edit type or edit boundary. So edit profile here, you go to the south elevation, get yourself removing this one. You can go ahead and draw a circle if you want. I'll just draw it here, and then probably push it, I don't know, downward like this, and you can go ahead and split it, let's say here and here, removing this one and using this just as it is as roof. And you see, because the wall are actually attached, it's immediately fix itself, and to get this whatever the shape of the roof. And the last one is this, and it's just like a crazy shape. I don't even remember how I draw it, and it's just half circle and then line and then circle and then another line. So I'm trying to do something similar. Again, it's just that. Let's go ahead and have a line here. Let's say 1.5 meter, and then maybe another 1 meter, and I'm gonna use this as another circle maybe, and draw a line, let's say like that and like that. So whatever geometry you want, I'm just gonna split. See, it's immediately gonna join itself. I don't know why. Let me see what I've done. So probably I need to attach that manually again. Okay, so I think it's changed, or it's just overlapped at a point in here. Probably we need to drag that. Let's try that again. Let's select the wall and then attach to the top. Okay, let's say can't keep wall and roof joined. Wow. Okay, so unjoined. Thank you very much. And let's see why it's doing this. Okay, that's crazy. So let's see what's happening here. So I'm gonna go back edit and go back south. I'm probably gonna move it a little bit up to see if that fixed the thing. Okay, for some reason it doesn't accept to add that wall to the join, and that's really crazy. And probably that is the reason. I love it. It's this guy in here. You see, this guy is going, you know, how I put that in words. It's just like it's self-intersected, because when that gonna go extruded the wall, it's gonna stop in here and then go all the way up, leaving this as a gap. So if I push that up, see, if you can draw a line, whatever type of line, nice, this mistake happened. So we have a look how to fix such a cases in reality. You know, when you do that in your own case, you see this line. So if the wall is trying to go vertically that way, it's gonna make like a shadow area where it's gonna leave a gap, although it's actually attached. That's why it's rejecting it. That means this geometry that I created is not correct, or it doesn't go okay for a wall to be attached to its button, and it needs to be fixed. And probably if I increase this in a suitable way, it's still here, I think. So no, let me fix that even by making that bigger. Let's see now if it's still self-intersected. It is self-intersected. So I don't know, probably change that. Maybe I'll just delete it. I'll just try something less. Sorry, I made a line here. Yep. How about that? Yep. Now it shouldn't complain. There's no self-intersection, and the problem will be solved immediately. So it's good it happened. And so we learned how to fix that, not to make a self-intersected geometry. So you see the wall here, it always goes up or vertically. It doesn't have to create a shadow area where it cannot fill the gap between the roof and the wall itself. Anyway, guys, happy that we found this mistake and we learned how to fix it together. and I will continue soon with the rest of the cases that we have here, which will be technically the last part, unless if I found a different cases for a roof. Probably I'll bring one of those example that I have or a quizzes that I want to show you how to solve earlier, and put it here, and we have it as a case study. But for today, that's it for our lecture. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day. Bye bye.